This is the matchbox, you know. And this is a custom production by Uras Match Company. I made a matchstick 10,000 times larger than a normal match. Today I'm making a human-sized matchbox. We'll have a matchstick that's almost 70 centimeters long. But of course, it also needs a box. It has to be bigger than that matchstick. We're going to make it entirely by hand. In fact, we'll even prepare the match tip ourselves with a special mixture. First, we need to prepare the heads of the matches. This is our matchstick. It's a 70 centimeter long matchstick with a 6.5 centimeter side length. First, we'll do something with this rope. We're going to create a head. We'll apply the flammable part of the match around it so the shape is clear. To make it burn for a long time, these ropes have been used since long ago. Well, fabrics and such are used in torches. That's also why, because burning wood is a bit difficult. Actually, wood doesn't burn like that, but this will make it easier to ignite and it'll burn longer. So 70 centimeters, we tied it with rope about 10 to 15 centimeters from this side. Then you know how a match has that. The flammable part, you have to combine it chemically in the right way. I'll do that. Then I'll coat it on here. It needs to be coated very neatly. Because matches are made by dipping, they dry. We won't do it that way. It'll be more solid. Maybe we'll sand it. I have a lot of work to do. Still have to do this. But in the end, I'll have made a real match head. And I'll make 5 of these in total. Now guys, we've tied the wood and everything, but the real issue is of course this. To achieve this, you need to make that chemical substance on the tip, like red on some matches and black on others, for it to both ignite and burn through friction. Since this is a somewhat toxic substance, especially the mixture and what's used in it, I'm not going to say what it is. Those who know, know. So there's no need to say them. But we need a bit of this white stuff, and just as much of this yellow stuff. This is one of the ingredients I can mention. It's just glue. Wood glue. To make it look like a match head. Because I want it to be colorful. I want a color that leans towards red. I'm adding a bit of food coloring. Does it look like a match head already? Seco? Let's put on our mask. Because this is a bit problematic while mixing. In fact, let me step back. Yes, it's done. Look, this consistency is quite good. Now we'll apply this to the boards we've cut and wrapped with rope. The drying time will be 2 hours. If it doesn't dry, it won't burn. But right now we have the perfect matchstick material in our hands. Spicy or mild? You saw the joke there. Mr. Kamil made a joke, asking if it's spicy or mild. Here, Kamil, take a finger and taste it. Throw it at the ceiling, brother. Let's see. This will stick, though. There's something I noticed about this. It ends in a very sharp way. The point between the match head and the wood. It's a straight line. So I'm going to apply some painter's tape like this. Then I'll start plastering over this painter's tape. So it really looks like a match head now, with the touch of a sculptor. Of course, now we have a problem. Gravity is pulling it down like this. So I'll keep molding it like this until the glue at least sets a bit. There's nothing else to be done. We'll put it in the sun and wait for it to dry. Then 4 more. Now that we've made 5 giant matches, they need to go into a box. They need to go into a box with a drawer. So, we had chipboards cut 80 centimeters by 55 centimeters. And the height is 11 centimeters, because they turned out to be about 8 to 9 centimeters. The heads of the matches, so they can move a bit inside, making it easy to take them out. But we left little space so they don't move around too much. To make the drawer, let's first apply some glue to these. After gluing them, we'll hammer in the nails. The inner part is finished. It turned out quite well. Now let's imagine it. A match. You pull it out. Like pulling out a drawer full of matchsticks. This is it. Now we'll make the box around it. This one's done. Now for the box. Hey Secom, shall I take you back to your childhood? Don't go back too far, just a bit. If it's too much, it's a problem, Kamil. Look, a spoon would actually be better. Let it be, just let things unfold as they may. Oh, please, do not hesitate. Do not hold back or second guess yourself. If you feel the need to tell lies again, go ahead, because my heart is already broken into pieces. It's no trouble for me anymore. You get it. The kids of the 90s get it? It's finished as of now. The outside of the box is done and the inside too, look. Just like a matchbox. Seko, we finally figured this out. It turned out great. Now first we're going to paint this white. What was this? Parquet Permo door paint. It's a thick paint. We'll smooth out these rough spots on the chipboard, or rather the OSB. Then we'll create some art on top of it. But first I'm going to separate this. Now the box is finally dry. I want to draw a frame around it like this to make it look appealing. So I've applied some of this painter's tape. After that, I'll make something to secure it. I want to set this at 2 centimeters. I made a 2 centimeter mark right here and another 2 centimeter mark over there. The goal here, guys, is for it to look like a matchbox. Because matchboxes are like this, quite neat and stylish looking things. That's what we're going for. We've made quite a bit of progress though. Now we've applied the tape. It turned out quite well. The red stripe is going to look good. Let's get started. Here we go. It's painting very nicely. Now while painting, I noticed something. There are these textures here. The OSB has these textures that feel like cardboard. Because, as you know, matchboxes are made of cardboard. I intentionally didn't paint them completely to give it a bit of a retro feel. Now it's time for the UB Match Company logo to be applied. It's going to be great. We have our own match brand now, but it's larger than life. If I do say so myself. We're really nailing this. How is it? Does it look good, Seko? I think it looks fantastic. We didn't have our own match brand. Now we do. Now, while this dries, we have those other things drying too. The giant 70 centimeter matchsticks. We'll give them one last touch up. We applied another coat and it's dry. Now we're sanding it down because the surface turned out quite bumpy. When the sanding is done, it'll look like this. Oh boy, this is awkward. I'm stuck like this. Man, if it falls, all that hard work is wasted. There we go. It really looks like a match now. Once the sanding's done, we'll have 70 centimeter matches all the same size. I'm curious to see if they'll fit in the box, honestly. Because while making this, we measured the gaps and left some space. But of course, since they weren't made on a lathe, they're not all the same size. Will 5 giant matches fit into the giant matchbox? Now, 3 of them are in. That one's in too. It's gotten very tight here, Seko. There's a lot of tension. I wonder if it'll fit into our matchbox, or will it not? It fit, man. Whoa, a perfect fit, Seko. The math worked out. It really worked. Everything is great right now. Wow. Now I'm going to lift this, but I actually have a bit of a concern. Since it's this heavy, I mean, we added another 5 kilograms inside. After all, will it be able to close? Let's try that. Honestly, it's smooth as silk. Just look at how beautiful it is. And finally, the finished version of the box. My man Siko put a flame right here with his skillful hands. We made the top part using the sides of those large matchboxes. We painted it a bit. We added some of those. We hope it'll light when struck. This is the difference from a normal match. This is a normal match and this is the UB match. Now I want to measure how much a box of matches weighs. 8 grams for a box of matches. And I'll put my matchbox right here. How many grams? 23.5 kilograms. 8 grams, 23.5 kilograms. About 25 kilograms. So this means it's 3,000 times the weight of this match. Okay, let's not count the weight of the box. It's 5 grams, 40 matches. 8 of them make 1 gram. So 1 match is about 0.1 grams. So how many grams is one of my matches? Some might ask why you don't just measure it on its own. This is a kitchen scale, not a jeweler's scale. It can't measure 0.1 grams like that. That's why we measured 40 and divided it by 40. Now, how many grams is one of our matches? And the weight of one UB match is, let me put it like this, about 1 kilogram. The box must be very heavy then. The box is very heavy, of course. So one match is about 1 to 1.5 kilograms. The other one is very light. 0.1 versus this, it's like 10,000 times. 10,000 of them equal one of my matches. I mean, the regular matches in the box. Now, how flammable are these? Let's measure that. Now, I wonder if it burns. Let's test that. And if you remember, we poured the liquid yesterday. Not bad. This isn't burning, but it has this kind of thing. It has an effect. Well, I wonder if it lights with friction. Let's try that too. I can hear it. Yes, come on. Look, it's actually burning. Oh, that really burned. We need to light our giant match in a more open area, away from people. No people, plants, or trees. I already knew how high it would go. We had experience with that. But the giant match, we need to light it in a bigger area. But there are other things to do first. Now, let's see if that friction ignition thing on the side actually works. Seiko, do you want to light a cigarette? Sure thing. Here you go then. We've done everything, man. So how will this light, I wonder? Shall we get to it now? Yes, we've come to a private site. We're in a stone quarry. Honestly, I didn't even want any green grass around. Let's see if we can light it. Oh, it's lit! They all burned in a minute. It turned out to be a great sight. We worked hard on it, 3 days. We also used the fire extinguisher. It was very quick. It didn't even take a minute. Maybe it took 10 or 15 seconds. 3 days of work, but it doesn't matter. This is what we wanted. Do the matches from UB Match Ink work? They worked like a charm. Now let's see the final state. Oh, look, something like a weird liquid formed here. Whoa, it's hard as a rock. It froze all of a sudden. It reached the ropes, but they didn't fully catch fire. I'm pushing this. I'm checking if there are any unburned parts. There isn't much that didn't burn. The heat is gone too. The parts that fell to the back didn't burn much. Actually, they burned, but not like the ones in the front. So, do you think this stain will come off? Let me see. Our flame is like a lion. Yes, if we wipe it a bit, this stain will go away too. It took me 3 days to make it alone. It burned in 15 seconds, but we saw this. The matches from UB Match Ink burned by friction. Thanks for watching.